Trump was doing a rally in Texas last week, and he made some insanely authoritarian comments about freedom of the press. Here's what he said. I think the media is among the most dishonest groups of people I've ever met. They're terrible. The New York Times, which is losing a fortune, which is a failing newspaper, which probably won't be around that much longer, but probably somebody will buy it as a trophy to keep it going for a little longer. I think the New York Times is one of the most dishonest media outlets I've ever seen in my life. The worst. The worst. The absolute worst. It's a literal quote. And believe me, if I become president, oh, do they have problems. They're going to have such problems, I'm going to open up our libel laws so when they write purposely negative and horrible and false articles, we can sue them and win lots of money. We're going to open up those libel laws so that when the New York Times writes a hit piece, which is a total disgrace, or the Washington Post, which is there for other reasons, writes a hit piece, we can sue them and win money instead of having no chance of winning money because they're totally protected. All right. You guys know what they're protected by? This little thing called the First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. So when he says, I'm going to open up the libel laws, what he means is, yeah, First Amendment, not interested, getting rid of it. Now, thankfully, you need to do a constitutional amendment to get rid of it, so you can't really get rid of it. But this is authoritarianism 101. You have to understand that. Authoritarianism is, I don't believe in checks and balances. I don't believe in a system. I believe in unitary executive rule where what I say goes, and anybody who's not on my team, I'm going to crack down on you. Anybody who's on my team, you're going to get a pat on the back. You see this all the time on Twitter with how he acts with journalists, and it's actually politically a brilliant move. I mean, in the real world, it's scary and disastrous and authoritarian. But what he does is anybody who ever says a negative word about him on Fox News Network or Fox Business or any of the nightly news or CNN or whatever, if they say something positive, oh, thank you for the wonderful comments. What a great person you are. What a great, whatever, show you're on or yada, yada. If it's somebody who says something negative about him, dishonest, hack, failing media outlet, gonna go under soon, nobody likes you anyway, and he goes in. Now, you and I might look at that as outsiders and go, okay, well, he's just a baby and he's bitching, which is true. But when you're inside the bubble, when you're part of the media, you think people, even people who dislike Trump, you think they are cool with it when he rips into them and tears them a new one with his millions of Twitter followers and he makes a big thing out of it? No, they don't like it. They don't like it at all. They don't want negative press. So it does incentivize many people in the media to, okay, go a little easier on him here. Don't get him too mad. You don't want him to lash out again. And then you're fostering an environment where he's going to have the journalists rise to the top who will do his propaganda and blow him no matter what. And all the other journalists are either going to be silent or he'll crack down on them and do worse. And if he had power, God forbid, you don't know what he would do, but it could be really, really bad. This is authoritarianism 101, man. And everybody out there who's, I'm a free speech advocate, I'm a constitutional person, I hate the PC outrage. What the fuck do you think this is? This is nothing but PC outrage. You said something about me in an article that I don't like. I will censor you. I will open up the libel laws and sue you for millions of dollars, try to bankrupt you because you dare said something not positive and glowing about me. This is PC outrage, and this is dangerous. You're fucking with the First Amendment, you're fucking with the Constitution. And guys, please, if you actually believe that the news outlets are writing hit pieces on him, my ass. They reported facts. There was a Washington Post article about his casino endeavors and how he failed miserably, and they're citing sources and talking to people who were involved in the deal. He's like, I'm gonna sue you because I don't like that story. But it's true. It's true. But he doesn't care. As long as it paints him in a negative light, I'm going to crack down on you. That is authoritarianism. That is a crackdown on free expression. That is un-American. And if you're in favor of it, perhaps you're un-American too.